Hi, my name is Zach Grammy. I'm here with Eddie Bags, and I'd like to start out talking a little bit about our journey today. Now, we began as Eddie Bags, a company devoted to producing edible plastic films, but we found that the consumer taste is not quite ready to munch on a sandwich bag. So we created a little bit of a pivot, and we shifted towards creating edible utensils. Now, when we were deciding what we were going to approach in the market, we looked at some specific problems. Now, humans love plastic. Just looking out in the audience, I see that pretty much everybody has some article of plastic on them right now. And these are touted as disposable, they're lightweight and easy to use, but what are the impacts of them? I mean, would we really use something if it was clear that it was bad for us and bad for society? But we noticed that plastic prevents some not so hidden dangers. I mean, we can see that plastic impacts our shorelines, our environment, and it's expensive. I mean, these costs are manifesting themselves as externalities. We're impacting our health, and environments are being impacted by them as well. Now, these swelling costs are starting to manifest themselves into businesses. There are policy ordinances that are making using plastic more and more expensive, particularly in environments like Austin or San Francisco, eco-friendly cities that are trying to shift the environmental impact of their city. And these policy changes include like waste-free ordinances. And for an example would be in Austin, where cities that are not shifting their waste and diverting their waste are going to have a penalty imposed by them on the city by 2018. And smaller businesses can actually receive a stipend for diverting some of their waste even today. And so we thought, how could we approach this problem? How could we solve this problem? Consumers are not even satisfied. They have a clear need for an alternative. And what alternatives are present on the market? Well, biodegradables and compostables. But consumers aren't satisfied by these alternatives. Most of them actually end up in landfills where they're not designed to degrade. So for example, take your compostable spoon. If it ends up in the trash, it won't degrade in a landfill environment because the landfill is an anaerobic or oxygen-free environment. So we have a real problem there. We've created a more expensive alternative that actually isn't solving the problem. And so we thought, what can we do to solve this? And our solution was the edible utensil. Now, at EatYourSpoon, we've produced a utensil based on sorghum with a very simple process and very simple ingredients. It's tasty, we have versatile flavor options, we can make savory flavors, sweet flavors, we have hand-dipped ones in chocolate and vanilla. It's a really delicious addition to your menu. Not to mention, it's sustainable. We are a company with a mission of reducing plastic waste and the impact of human beings on the environment. So we use sorghum, which is a low-impact agricultural good. Sorghum can be grown on 80% of the world's arable land. Unlike corn, which has an extremely high nutrient need, sorghum has a low nutrient need and is easy to have in agriculture. And so we close the circle. Having an edible utensil takes a food product and closes the circle when the consumer eats the product. And our product is energy efficient. For what we can make 100 of our spoons with, you can make 1 plastic spoon. That means plastic spoons use 100 times more energy. And compostables and biodegradables use 50 times more energy than our good does. Additionally though, our good provides businesses with incentives to use it aside from the environmental impact. Our good can be a revenue driver, a tasty addition to the menu. Say a customer may spend 30 extra cents to get a hand-dipped chocolate spoon to go with their gelato or ice cream, or to mix in with their coffee at a cafe. So we provide businesses with something versatile to add to their menu. Now, we've looked at the market and we realize that it's about a $3 billion market. We'd like to address the retail side, and we think that we can address half of that at about $600 million. Now, in the competitive landscape, we were trying to see, well, who's doing something like this? What is there? We saw that there are sticky alternatives, these boutique goods, candy cane example spoons, and there's biodegradables and compostables, which now we all know are not really an alternative to plastics. Now, the three of us together are based out of Austin, Texas. We're UT Austin students with the mission of reducing human beings' impact on the environment. We plan on pulling plastic out of the environment as best we can, with Eat Your Spoon, a sustainable alternative to plastic that's edible, delicious, and provides companies with a revenue driver.